where we're talking about a concept that I feel could revolutionize our entire society. It's something where I feel like anything that I do, I have the greater societal whole. And when I say society, not even just America, I'm talking about international. People I mean, we have people in the Lion team who are in Africa. We have people in Australia. So it's like, what's good for our collective? And whenever I come across something that's good for our entire collective, I gotta share it. I just gotta share it. Yeah, I gotta share. I gotta tell you. You know how you come across a good movie, you just gotta tell somebody. That's how I'm feeling right now. With this idea, with this movement that we're building, that we're talking about building with Zachary here. So Zachary Weaver is here. He's here on here with me. A really good friend of mine. And Zachary's he's also a bit of a motivational speaker. For years, he's been inspiring people and changing a lot of lives, with his channeling, with his speeches, with his love, with his energy. And there's not many people that I would meet, and no matter what day it is, I see them and I speak. and Zachary is definitely the one. No matter what day it is, you get a good look at him, you see him, you're going to smile because his energy just radiates that. And that's why I feel he's one of the best leaders I've met, because he leads by example in his beingness. And that's what we need more of on our planet. So Zachary, it's great to have you on here with us. Could you introduce us, to who you are and things of that nature, and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, Alan, well, I can't do it better than you did it. That was so beautiful. Thank you. I can't top that. But I so appreciate you having me on and doing this with me. And yes, I channel an energy named Matthias, and that's how I connected with you. And I absolutely loved our friendship. I think you do the same for me. When I see you, I smile and I go, oh, there's Alan. Yes, yes, yes. And my energy just goes up. So thank you. Right now, like you talked about, I'm building this community launched basic income movement project. I would say community around it. And that is coming out of a project that I started with Matthias, which is the Creative Wealth Community. And in that community, we focus on enjoying what we enjoy easily, creating our happy levels of income, and sharing our gifts in a satisfying way, or in satisfying ways. And
I love that.
That's a little bit about me. Is there anything else? Anything I'm missing?
Yeah, I think you got it. Got it in a nutshell. A little bit about yourself. And my thing though is, I have some questions that I want to ask you. I have some questions that should be asked, and there's some questions I have here, but I also have some off the top of my head too that I want to share. And also, everyone watching this, if you have questions for Zachary, feel free to comment below as well on community launched basic income. And community launched basic income is the intention what we're speaking about here. And then the first question I have here is that, like, how is this, first off, what is community launched basic income? Explain it to like a fifth grader. And then also, how is this different from universal basic income?
Yeah, thank you. So community launched basic income is basically the idea that we can support each other. I've been thinking about it like a barn raising. And so we can build a community around an individual, and that community can launch a basic income for that person. I think of a basic income as about $1,000 a month. And we have the tools to do this. We have the platforms to do this, things like Ko-fi and Patreon. I really recommend Ko-fi. That's Ko-fi. And we have the tools, but we don't have the really the understanding that we can do this yet. There are people building businesses and marketing themselves and doing things very successfully through these platforms already. But what I really want to inspire in people and make a shift towards is that you have intrinsic value, and what you are here to do is almost more important than any one path you could choose. You're here to be you, and I want you to be funded in being you. I want you to be supported in being you. And this opens up that avenue, because I see a lot of people get a little bit when they're maybe building a business. Some people do it very well and very easily, but for some people, they feel like I can't necessarily commit to this option because really I'm doing so many things and I can't work it all into one business here that I can package and market. And I feel like I think we should stop doing that, because you have so many gifts. You have so many gifts to give, and I think you should be giving them. I would love for you to be giving them freely if that's what you want to do. I would love for you to be flowing in your energy and creating as you see fit, pivoting along the way to what you find important. And so community launch basic income is a way to open that up, open us up to the idea that we can support each other. We can buy each other's attention, maybe away from, things that aren't serving us collectively. And we can ask as a community for people to place their attention on what they're really here to do.
So basically it's a way to allow people to do what their calling is, do what their joy is, and not have to worry about money while doing that.
Yes.
So because a lot of people, it's almost like they have their joy, what they want to do inside, what they feel in their heart to do, but they got to make money. At least they're in the energy that they have to make money, so they'll go off their purpose or off their joy to basically for survival. And what you're proposing is that as a community, we can all support each other without having to giving up our joy to do what we don't want to do for money. But in reality, we can be supported by each other and do what we love to do and build that. And then the irony is that when people do what they love to do and they learn how to build a business out of it, then they can contribute with others to help bring other people up.
Absolutely. It can go in so many good and positive directions, I feel. And then to answer your other question about how is it different from universal basic income, well, I imagine a lot of people, when you hear about basic income, you're probably hearing about universal basic income.
Yeah.
So that would be, of course, everyone, like there are plans out there, where everyone in the country, every adult would get $1,000 a month. And of course, that has to be passed through the government and would have to be passed into law and everything. And so it'll be a while before that takes place. I think it's an inevitability that we get something like that, but it will be a while. And also, also some people maybe aren't as ready for that. They're not as open to that idea. But the beauty of this is that we just focus on one person. And so the question isn't, should everyone get $1,000 a month? The question is, should this person get $1,000 a month? And I am pretty sure in my case, I'm raising it for my friends Sam and Lucy, who using them as the first example, the success story that I want to create with it. And they're awesome people. I know if you want a basic income, speaking to any of you out there, I know you're an awesome person, but you deserve $1,000 a month.
Wow.
Of support.
I love that, and it doesn't sound like there's like these particular qualifications. So my question, this is one of the ones from my mind that comes up, right? Please. What is the difference between this and like welfare?
So welfare would be, I imagine, a government program. So this is not a government program at all. This would be a community-run program. Right now it's mostly just me running the project, and we'll expand from there. And also, it's it's direct support. So it's more like these people are just building a business around themselves, than it is like welfare, because these people who are recipients of basic income, well, everyone still has to choose to support that person. So it has to be somebody who is, people like, and people see them and they go, oh, they're doing really cool things. I really resonate with them. I really love them. I want them to succeed. All of that. So, so it's this is community run rather than welfare would be government run in my mind.
Gotcha.
But do you have other questions, questions about that?
Good one. We actually had someone commented a question from Michael. It's kind of random. He just said, "If you don't mind me asking, Zachary, how old are you?"
Oh, I'm 30.
30. Okay. I think he's actually, because like you look, how should I put this? You look like you're a man, but also like you're like youthful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You have this bright smile and this bright energy. It's like, man, like this guy looks like, 21, 22, like fresh out of college. But he's like, no, we're 30, we're here, because age, that's why I say age is timeless. Energy is timeless. Sorry, energy is timeless. So he said, if you don't mind me, actually, he put like an LOL and everything. A couple more. Hey, so just so you guys know, whenever I look off to the side like this, I'm looking at the comments that's coming in. Like whenever we get a comment, I'll check out the comments. So, for people that's watching the recording of this right now, they may see me listening, and then all of a sudden I'm like that. That's because I'm looking at the comments that's coming in as well. I have the comments in here. So, so I like how you address that. The welfare program is more government backed and things of that nature, and this is community run. This is for the people by the people. This is and the irony of that's what the government slogan is too, but never mind. Okay.
Yes. Yes, we need to.
Yeah, that's interesting, the distinction there. So now, how can someone contribute to this effort?
So the most direct way you can contribute is you can give an amount that feels good to you on a monthly basis to Sam and Lucy on their Ko-fi page. And that's ko-fi.com/samandlucy. That's SAMANDLUCI.
Okay.
And so that's the most direct way you can do it, which is awesome if you do that, because you really are going to be on the leading edge of this success story. As we've Lucy and Sam are getting $220 a month so far. Our goal is to get them to $2,000 a month, $1,000 a month each. And so you'll be a huge part of this. And I'm doing interviews with Lucy and Sam as we go, and we'll do more after they have $2,000 a month, seeing what they do, how it's changed their lives, all of that. And I would love to also do some interviews with people who have been supporting them and see how that feels to those of you who are giving them money. And just for, I guess, a little bit of background, like Lucy and Sam are amazing, talented musicians and light workers, and they create, and they want to create more world-changing, heart-opening, unifying, fun and joyful music experiences. And so I encourage you to check them out and enjoy their energy, no matter what you do.
Nice.
But
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So that's the most direct way.
Yeah, and I've met actually Lucy and Sam. I've actually heard them perform music before. They are two love ambassadors, I would say. They are great couple. I actually, the relationship I'm in now with Sky, I would think of Lucy and Sam. Like, I love how they play together. And me and Sky play together, and I just think of Lucy and Sam. That'll actually be a fun double date. I'm gonna note that down. That'd be a fun double date. I would say, if any of you meet Lucy and Sam, it's just good energy, always a good time. We have another question as well from David. And he says, what's the visibility / transparency of funds given / received?
That's a great question. Okay, so, oh gosh, and feel free to follow up if I don't hit everything. So the way it works is you would give directly to Lucy and Sam. So first of all, I'm not receiving the money and then passing it on to them. So you give money directly to them. Then at that point, they are keeping track of how much, and we're advertising how much money they're receiving, because I think that's a really exciting part of this, is that we'll start to see, oh, this person is doing okay. Like this person has money, this person has income, this person has support. I think that's a really empowering part of this. And so your money would go directly to Lucy and Sam, and they would be able to use that in any ways that they need to, in any ways that they want to. So that, I think that covers that. But if you have more specific questions, I love the idea of transparency, and I'm really excited. Like, I've been looking at this website called Open Collective, which is all about transparency, and just digging into that some. So I invite more on that question if there is more.
Yeah, good way to answer it. And I was looking at some other questions coming in and things coming in here. You're popular, brother.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's comments. That's good. So it's completely transparent. You're giving directly to them. So at this time, there's no like middleman or anything. Like, you just give directly to Lucy and Sam. You see the page and so Zachary's kind of like the connector, but he's connecting the people. But the transfer of funds, that's between just the people directly.
Correct.
Okay.
And yeah, everything that I do for free, or for, I like to say, all you love to give, which is any amount of anything at any time to anyone. And so a way that I receive money is through my Ko-fi page. And so if you do want to give money to me, you can give money directly to me. But yeah, there's not going to be any kind of, I'm not taking a percentage of of the money that's going through, because you're giving that money directly to them.
Yeah. That's something, man. Wow. That is really something. It's imagine like a program, like if you want to give, you have to pay $100 to give.
Yeah. Well, there's some things like that.
It's interesting. I can imagine like a lot of like, entrepreneurs hearing of this, and a lot of them resonating with it. And then some of them being like, well, how does this make money? How can we make this a business? How can we do this? And I feel like there's a time and place for that. But at the same time, there's things we do where the focus is uplifting the people. Like, we're already taken care of, we're already good, but it's other people that we're bringing up as well. And that's actually why I even started the Lion Team. I started the Lion Team because I'm like, things are going pretty well, but people need a community. People need people to connect with. People need a family they feel like they can have, right? And people say, oh, you should have a membership to the Lion Team. You make a killing with this and all that. Like, it's not about that. Like, I'm already rich. I'm already good there. I want to enrich others with community and love and everything. And I feel like that's why I wanted to stream it here with the Lion Team too, because this is community launched, community based, and there's just such parallels there, man. And that's really cool. So now, how can someone sign up to be a recipient of the income, to receive the funds? What if someone's like, hey, I could use 1,000, 2,000 a month from this? How could someone sign up through that?
So you can, first of all, I want to say this project is totally open source. So you can do this on your own in any way that you want. You can steal any ideas that we have and just run with them. So that's always a possibility. But if you want my help in a more direct way, you can join the Creative Wealth community, which, like I said, is free. And that's on Mighty Networks, and so it's our private, social media platform. And you can join that so that you can be part of a community of like-minded people who are all kind of, going in the same direction as you. And then you can set up a way to receive recurring donations through, I would recommend Ko-fi, but if you want Patreon or something like that, that's cool too.
Mhm.
And then I would, at this point, until we expand more, I would work with you. And what the process that is coming out of this, because we are in a stage where the process is still developing, is that I would connect with you. I would ask you about some things that you enjoy or what you want to do, what you really want to do. And we write down a few things, put them on I have a fun like rainbow colored spreadsheet that I can share with you. And then you can pick the things that are most important to you from what you've shared, and we can schedule time for those if you're not already doing those things.
Mhm.
So if you're not already doing what you really want and love to do, we will schedule time for those things. I'll make an appointment with you. I call it like I'm a gentle accountability partner, and just so that you can get in the flow of doing what you really want to do. And then at the same time that you're working on what you really want to do, I will be doing the networking and the connecting with the people that we or that you are the most excited to be connected to. And I will be reaching out to those people, connecting them with you, saying, hey, I'm raising a basic income for David or Michael or Lisa. And would you check out what they're doing? Here are some things about the project. I mean, I can obviously give them all kinds of details about that. So that's how it would work so far, but we're rapidly evolving every day.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's pretty accessible.
Yes.
Very accessible, very easy to learn. And of course, people can connect with you directly. I just went in and tagged you on the post as well. So now people can click your name and connect with you as well as through messaging. So now I want to get to the questions of the, how should I put this? The people that are very mind intense, and they're from a space of like work hard, like what's going on, what is this, a free handouts, like stuff like that energy. I want to give them a voice too. And the question that comes up is like, why should someone donate to someone else's basic income when they worked hard for their money, right? Why should Todd give an income to Mary if Todd worked hard for his money?
And that one is one like I feel a lot of hurt for Todd in that in expressing that. I feel a lot of sort of societal pain, and I feel a lot of, personal pain that's come on through our society. And so what I would say to Todd, I think, first of all, is you don't have to personally give this money. I would actually just let Todd off the hook and say, you don't have to do this. There will be people who resonate with Mary and love what Mary's doing, and they can support Mary. But for you, Todd, I would want to ask you, are you doing okay? Do you feel like you're making more than enough money? Or where are you needing any kind of support? Because I don't want this to be that people are not feeling supported. I want to create more support for people. So that's what I would check on with Todd. And the biggest thing I would say is, if this makes you uncomfortable or you're scared by the idea, you don't have to worry about it. There will be plenty of people who resonate with Mary and what she's doing.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not like there's any obligation to do this at all.
No, not at all.
This is something that's done purely from the heart to those that it resonates with, and to those people that's like, I worked hard, why should I give it for free? Well, you don't have to give it away for free. You know? And then there would be other people that would be like, because I worked hard, I don't want other people to have to work hard like I did. So I'm going to give.
Yes, there are people like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So
that's
I feel that, I feel like there's enough givers, enough abundant givers to really like support this and really build this and really take off with this. Because after a certain point, there's a study that shows that, like, in terms of happiness levels with money and things of that nature. And what they found is that once someone makes about 72,000 a year, anything above that doesn't really have much effect on their lives.
okay.
72,000 a year, 150,000 a year, not much really changes. I mean, their car got a little bit better, maybe they got a little bit cleaner house, but after a certain while, it's just like it's just numbers on a screen, right?
Absolutely.
And so it's like that overflow that a lot of people have, that can actually be the thing that supports people in feeding their kids, and being able to be like, wow, like I don't have to work a job I don't want to be at. I can just focus on writing my book. I can focus on my art. I can focus on singing, dancing, because we know that like there's a lot of creative careers that starts off where there's not much income in it. You're doing it from just the space of passion. And so from those people that have made it to the point in their career where they have more than overflow, they can support the people that are on their way there. And then the irony is that as people grow and as people go up in their careers, and joy and arts and stuff like that, they'll have the overflow and they'll ripple effect to the next person.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. I see it as a way, it's a beautiful way to say it. I see it as a way to accelerate people. So for the people, actually, maybe Todd, if you really appreciate Mary as a person and you want to see her succeed, then you may say, okay, I want to give $10 a month along with all these other people, to accelerate Mary on her path,
yeah,
on what she's doing. Because Alan, it's so good, right? Like we, yeah, I say sometimes we live in an economy of withholding,
mm,
and the truth is, like, you wouldn't ask the plant to grow and produce a tomato for you before you give it water, and you
mm,
wouldn't ask the car to drive you across the state before you put gas in it.
mm,
Money is like water, money is like gas. You can accelerate people and help them to grow with
mm.
it, I
Wow,
believe.
wow, that's what a powerful perspective. And and I like hear the voice of Todd. He has another question, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that Todd guy, he's like, yeah, but what about the freeloaders? What about people that get in there, get money every month, but they're not doing anything? They're chilling at home. They're eating bags of chips every day. What about them people?
Well, I'm picturing if Mary is just posting on her Ko-fi page all the bags of chips that she's eating, and Todd is watching this. Todd, you could stop. You could stop
Ooh.
donating. You could donate to someone else if you want to,
Mm,
or just stop altogether. Um,
mm,
it's it's not. This is not this would not be an easy system to or an easy model for freeloading, because you really have to have the support of so many people to make it work. And
yeah,
everyone I know is everyone I know is working very hard and creating a lot.
yeah.
And it's just that they're not always creating things that are easy to monetize, or um, people value them a lot, but there's just not that channel for
Yeah.
flowing money to them.
I get it. So pretty much Mary would be very transparent about her process and her journey and what she's up to. And Mary's sharing, hey, I just sang at this thing. Hey, I just wrote this. So it's almost like on social media, you know, you've got to see what people are up to and everything. And this project would be like, and people can feel energetically when there's you can feel it when someone's just like chilling and not doing anything and just, you know, just quote unquote freeloading. And I like that they can just stop giving. They say, okay, cool, I don't really feel aligned with this anymore, so I'm just going to stop giving. And I'm kind of feeling like there's like a universal orchestration that's happening, that when people are taking it for granted or they're not really capitalizing on it, then their supporters will probably start feeling inspired to just like, I'm gonna hold off on that now. And since now this is a universal thing, you're creating this with other people in community. You can't trick people's vibes. You can't trick people's intuition. You know, so it's like when, like for example, Sam and Lucy, I feel without a doubt they're out there, they're doing it, they're living, they're helping. It's so transparent in their frequency, and you can just feel it, right? And so I think that, you know, it's good that our intuition, and we just feel vibes, and it'll kind of weed things out and keep things in alignment. It's really quite literally trusting. It's a process that requires a lot of trust, and there's that complete freedom where you don't have to be here. You don't have to do this. There's so many people that'll give this from their heart that, you know, I'm not trying to say that like you don't matter, but what I'm saying is that if you choose not to give, you're not hurting anyone.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
There's a lot of givers out there, and David just said, he said, energy doesn't lie, with a winky face.
Yes, beautiful. Exactly, David. Yeah, energy doesn't. You know, we know the people. We know. I bet you all know people who, in the Lion team especially, like you all know people who would use this support very well. Who would use this support to become awesome people, to do amazing things in the world, to create the new world.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That is so great. That is so great. I invite you to write like maybe like a small ebook on this. Like an ebook, doesn't have to be too long, just an overview of what it is and everything. And then, you know, people can read that ebook. People can also now watch this interview. I'm gonna take this and it's gonna be on YouTube, it's gonna be on Facebook. I'm gonna make this video very accessible as well. And I think that this can be something that can when you said people out there that you know would do a lot with this, that would really capitalize on this and really make the most out of this. Like imagine if someone, what if someone freaking became, I don't know, someone became as big as like Brad Pitt in acting, right? And Brad Pitt was like, you know what? It was actually the community-based income in the beginning that helped me get here, because I didn't have to work as a server, you know, and I could just focus. This can be, man, I see it. I definitely see it. And so our final question, is, how can someone join? First off, what is the Creative Wealth Community, and how can someone join that community?
Yes, so it is a community on the platform Mighty Networks. And you can find it just by going to creativewealthcommunity.com. And then that will take you to a landing page. There is a little section about community launch basic income there you can read. But you can also just click join, and that will pop you into the community. If you have any trouble with that, just reach out to me, let me know, we'll get you in there. Yeah. And so the Creative Wealth Community is a community that I started along with some other amazing people. We do a lot of things in there, but it's all centered around true wealth is measured by the number of days that we can enjoy our preferred reality. And so in the Creative Wealth Community, we focus on those things I talked about earlier: enjoying what you enjoy easily, creating your happy level of income, which may include your community launch basic income, and sharing your gifts in a satisfying way. I really wanted to create a place where people could create their wealth in the way that they wanted to, and everyone around them would be supporting them doing it in the way that they wanted to. Because there are lots of programs that are about creating wealth, and they're about kind of usually pushing you through a program that it already exists or is already established. And I just felt, I trust people. They know what they want to be doing. They know how they want to be creating wealth. They know how they want to be showing up in the world. They deserve so much support to do that. And so that's why I created the Creative Wealth Community.
Zachary, I can see it in your eye. You believe in people.
I do. I believe in people. I believe in people. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I whoever you are, I believe in you no matter what. Thank you, Alan.
Yeah. I received that, and thank you. This is someone's watching this right now. You're watching this. Someone's watching this, and they know this. The feeling they're having, either as a recipient of this, or as a contributor. I'll speak to the people that feel like they're like, maybe I should contribute to this, because they say technically give 10% anyway, give 10% of your income, it's like the common notion amongst everything. And this could really impact someone's life, and then also for the people that can receive this, like, this is like that, I know there's someone out there that they heard their entire life that, like, you have to work hard for money, you have to grind, you have to do what you hate, you have to put in the sweat, equity, and tears, but they don't want to work hard. They don't want to bust their butt all the time. They want to be happy. They want to have a simple life. They don't want to do all of that. They don't. And I think that yeah. And I was one of those people. When people would tell me, Alan, you want to be successful, you got to go and be a doctor, lawyer, all that stuff. Like, I don't want to do that. I can't do math. Like, I was in algebra. Like, I don't understand the problem, right? And so. I think that there's people out there that this could really, there's someone that's watching us right now that they know for a fact that if they had an extra 1,000, 2,000 coming in every month, they'll cover their basic needs, and they can finally just focus on their passion, focus on their gift. And now's the time to actually, like, make that a reality.
Yes, now is the time to make that a reality.
Yeah.
Across the planet. We can do it. We can do it. We have the power to help each other, to do this for each other. Yes.
Love it. So again, what was the name of that website again?
CreativeWealthCommunity.com.
All right.
And I can spell it out if you want, but that's a lot of letters.
Yeah. And how can someone contact you directly? Like, they have like a vulnerable thing they want to share with you. How can they contact you directly?
Sure. So you can message me on Facebook. Is it all right if I just give my phone number and email?
Yeah, email, phone number, that's fine too, yeah.
Yeah, so my phone number is 913-953-6082. And my email is my name, Zachary Weaver, and then the number 0 @gmail.com. So that's ZACHARY WEAVER 0 @gmail.com.
All right, very good. We got you connected, and now we're right at exactly at 6, perfect timing. We're closing here, and someone, Delight Davis, just said, what a nice surprise.
Delight. Oh, Delight is the energy healer who she's I think one of the biggest reasons that Matthias started speaking. So thank you so much, Delight.
Yeah, we love you so much, Delight. She's an awesome gift. We actually have tentative plans to get dinner me and Sky and her family get dinner sometimes. So yeah, she brings the light and bring the light meals too. So all right. So cool. So hey, everyone that watched this, we love you so much. Thanks so much for like really tapping in, staying seated this whole video. And let's really start a ripple effect with it. Let's start moving with this, start a ripple with this. You know how to connect with Zachary. I'm right here on this platform as well. Facebook, search the Lion Team. We're right here in the Lion Team. Instagram. My Instagram is Allen J Big, ALLENJBIG. And we're going to make this thing go. And remember, as I have like a bunch of shirts with different quotes. If you breathe in, you achieve it. As simple as that, And Delight just said, love you both so much. We love you too. We love you, Delight. And we love everyone that's watching this very much. So with that being said, we're going to tap out now. With love, peace out.